What y'all know about this song though? I shouldn't, but I'ma do it. I'm doing my skincare routine. Let me do this, but like, what you know about this song though? Strip clubs and dollar bills. Still got my money. Strippers going up and down that pole. Still got my money. Bruh, am I blind or is this not crystal clear? Every time I record with this camera, I do it the same thing. What it do, boo? Welcome to another video. In today's video, we will be discussing. So today, I want to talk about knowing yourself in this changing world. This world is changing. Everybody and their mother, every source of text, everything. This is such a pivotal time to live in. Damn near everything is beyond me, for real. Earth's vibration is increasing, and everybody and their mother is evolving their mind, evolving themselves, their diets, their relationships with life, living for themselves. People are waking up, amen. And a lot, like with all of this going on, the powers that be are working against us to try to limit and control the ascended natures that we are stepping in. This is a fact. This is a fact. I've noticed a lot of people being very controlling of their destiny, controlling of their life experiences, and the way that they want to flow and grow and just experience life. And while that is understandable, baby, we're not in control of nothing. Only thing you're in control of is yourself and your inner world. Truly. A lot of companies, corporations, and systems they being teared down right now. Honestly, as they should, because absolutely every single system that these corporations and the government has set for us is evil. And it has bad intentions for us. Each and every one of them. So I'm not complaining. But there are many people who are still submitting themselves into these types of lifestyle and trying their best to abide by the system and the way that the American dream has everything set out for us. For my age group, I feel like one example would be going to college, because our elders, especially like my family coming from DR all the way over here to give us this life and these opportunities, I'm very grateful. And I feel like from their perspective and from our elders' perspective, it's like like go to school and take your 4 years, take your 8 years. 8 years is crazy of studying something and then get a job, and then when you get the job, do this, that, the third. And the way life for so many years has been set up for so many of us to like strive towards security is crazy. Respectfully, you should not be in an institution for a good 4 years with them teaching you kabaya about stuff. It's interesting and it's very mind-opening, but at the same time, respectfully, in my opinion, this is also part of the reason why I dropped out, because I just realized that the things that I'm learning are things that I, one, already know, and two, I'm not learning, or I wasn't learning about things that actually matter. I wasn't learning actual skills. I wasn't learning about the ways of this world, at least on a material level. Like, shit, teach me about taxes, teach me about like mortgage. What is all of that about? Now I understand all of that. Now, well, not all of it, but I understand most of it because I've done my own research. So now I feel like I understand more than what would be what they want you to know. These corporations and these systems don't teach you none of that. You're basically, it's very frustrating because you're basically going into life and you're jumping into life not knowing nothing about life, right? And then your experiences teach you, and your experiences are what helps you move forward and step into who you are and what you're here to do. But this conforming system that society has been placed on us is really rigid in allowing people to step into their individuality and who you are meant to be in this world. And that's gonna be a whole nother video. Ooh, excuse me. I'm gonna be talking about individuality through fashion and through what you wear, and increasing your confidence through wearing intentional clothing. Because if you don't know, I used to paint on clothes. My commissions are still kind of open if you're thinking about it. If you know, you know. But like, we have these systems, right, that we have been molded and conformed to. This is how I see it. We're molded for like 12 years of our life to then be told, oh, sacrifice another 4 and pay for it. And when you get out of these 4 years, your sense of self and your groundedness might be a little rigid, because you're not really gonna know what it is that you want to do. You're not really gonna know how to get yourself into the spaces that you want to get into. And plus, you also owe us money. I'm not completely 100% bashing the college system, maybe 90%. Only because it's not for everybody. People learn differently. Not everybody's brain works to take a test. It doesn't mean you don't know the information. It just means that the way that you are being tested to show your knowledge is not off of pen and paper, baby. You could talk about it and you know everything. It's very conforming, very molding. I'm frustrating myself taking loops and loops and loops because I keep forgetting where my tangents are. So I'm gonna move forward. I feel like people woke up during the pandemic and they realized, oh, this is what's actually going on. Oh, this is not what I want to do. Oh, I have these skills that are so valuable, but I was wasting so many years of my life looking for security and searching for security that I didn't even realize that it was here. I feel like for the most part, so many people search for security and search for things that make you feel comfortable, make you feel safe, because that's what we've been conditioned to do and live for. We've been conditioned to go to school, to work, to do this, that, the third in order to get the American dream, in order to feel secure financially, in order to feel secure physically and in this material world, because the way this country is set up is to make you work. You have to work to live. What kind of BS is that? People are not supporting what they once thought it was, and the illusion and the fantasy of the dream is gone, and it's being the clouds, baby. The clouds are unclouding themselves, and now you can see it crystal clear for what it is. It's very scary for a lot of people. For most people, shit, because for so many years we had so many people doing this, that, the third in order to get to the success, and now the very systems that people are using and involving themselves in. What's going on with my tongue? The very systems that people are involving themselves in are literally shattering. You can't rely on anything anymore. And the way this world is moving and the way everything is moving is that you cannot rely on anything. You can't even rely on the dollar because inflation's going up. And then we have this international whatever that the dollar is going to be worth nothing. And then we have the cashless society. It's like things are changing. Things are changing. I'm still I ain't trying to get copyrighted, but Promises by Cleo Soul, baby. You better listen to it. We are changing, but everything else outside of us is changing. But because so many people have been conditioned to live their life according to the material world, it's almost as if your inner world is even more shattered and just going through it even more, because a lot of people are used to things that are outside of them. But everything is you. It's really caused by dwelling on the things that are outside of you. It's caused by making your outer world, making the material world the foundation of your security. When really it all starts within you. We're all trying to control our finances that come to us. We're trying to control our life situations, our life experiences. We're trying to be in control of the things that happen that are outside of our control. But the real thing that you are in control of, the real only thing you're in control of is you, is your inner world. The outside world, and this, I mean this with 90% truth, but the outside world will only impact you if you let it. The things that are going on that are beyond you, truly at its core, will only impact you if you let it. In order to flow peacefully with this change, baby, you need to know your place. You need to know who you are and know the position that you play and the position you put yourself in. Like in this vast ocean, are you a fish? Are you a shark? Are you a seaweed? Are you a rock? Sardines? Choose your player. Like, I got a reading from Uncle Sage a while ago. I think this was in summer 22, maybe. I got a reading from him. And he was like, yo, your name is literally Halo. Like, make your mind your heaven. And he just kept repeating this. And I was like, God damn. Like, I was just like, yo, like, okay. And I understand what he meant. I understand loud and clear what he meant. Make your mind your heaven. What does heaven feel like for you? What does bliss feel like for you? What does your everyday life feel like for you? Everything is your perspective. Find a way to experience bliss every single day. Because the only thing that you are really in control of is yourself and your reality. Because your reality is your perspective. When you know yourself and you know your place and you're grounded in yourself, baby, can nothing tear you down. If I'm being very honest, I have this conversation with my homegirl all the time, and I just be like, yo, like, all these things are happening in the world, but I feel great. I'm doing great. I am great. And that's all because I don't allow those things to puncture my inner world. Your inner world is your sanctuary. You create your heaven. You create your reality. Knowing yourself in this changing world will allow you to not be swept up by the current. Baby, you are the current. You are the flow. Thank you. You are the up, the down, the all around. When you surrender and really allow yourself to surrender to what is and what is occurring in this world for your betterment, not for the matrix. Thank you. You're gonna experience this sense of groundedness like never before. You're really gonna grow like a tree. And the tree, I need to talk about that. I need to talk about trees. You allow yourself to flourish and just be the amazing person that you are here to be. To people who don't ground themselves and to people who conform to everything, he said, lleva de la gente. Baby, good luck. Like, I'm not gonna lie, understanding myself and learning myself and grounding myself like a tree, spending time in nature and just figuring me out without external influences, whether it be my family members or my friends or the system. Minding my business, oh my gosh, that has taken me so far. Minding my business is probably the best thing that I have been doing. Sometimes I don't. But for the most part, I mind my business, and that has literally also just set me free. Because being in other people's businesses, other people being friends, acquaintances, but on a grander scale, like watching the news, watching the propaganda, baby, mind you, it will really take you far, because then you realize, oh, all I really do have is me. My last point also is knowing yourself will also allow you to not be dragged. I mentioned this before with Llevando de la gente a whatever, but you're not trying to be dragged by the current. You're trying to flow with the current. Being dragged by the current is you conforming to everything that's being advertised right now, and trying to dip your two toes into everything to things that don't have anything to deal with you. A lot of people are unhappy with their lives, honestly, because they dealing with things that they have no business dealing with. Like, if you just cut it out, if you just remove what it is that is not serving you, if you just be selfish enough to just cater to you and maintain your own peace, then you will literally have a blissful life. The systems that are set up are literally set up in order to induce anxiety in us, to make us work, to make us conform to this, to being a worker, to being a slave. And we are anything but that. And learning about the truth of everything around me, girl, that has set me far. Like, it's honestly set me so far, and I'm so grateful. Everything's changing, everything's morphing, all of that. Baby, flow with it. Stagnancy is absolutely not an option, because if you stagnate, that's how you're gonna get dragged. Let yourself learn, let yourself grow, let yourself be better and do better for you, because you are absolutely have the potential and the energy and the light and the love in you to do better for yourself. So do better for yourself. The only security that you really have is within you. Let your elders teach you, but also in a way become that elder. Become that elder that's connected with God and one with God, so that you can have that groundedness and that security that, oh my gosh, like, I love myself so much. I'm here for myself so much. Everything's gonna work out. Everything does work out in my favor. Because, baby, there's so much more to life than everything that is being promoted and everything that has been promoted and pushed and made into an agenda. Find the truth within you. Be honest with yourself about absolutely everything. How do you feel about this? How do you feel about that? What makes you feel uneasy? Where do you feel imbalance and unease? Talk to yourself about that. What do you love about yourself? What do you dislike? What is a core memory in your mind that has made you into the person that you are today? If you were free to be, who would you be? What would you do? What type of life would you experience? Had money, had having a home and your basic needs already having been met, what would your life look like? Think about that. Think real hard. You have the potential to create that today. All it takes is a switch in your perspective, and that's it. All it takes is you knowing yourself and knowing what it is that you truly want and your truest desires, in order to live a life that will allow you to make it become true. We outside this, we outside that. Yeah, we outside, but we also inside. All right, that's a wrap. Thank you for tuning in to my rants. Make sure you ground yourself today and cater to you today. Learn yourself a little bit more. Use all your experiences to teach you something about you, because that's how you go far. I love you, baby, I do. I'll see you in the next video. I also just want to encourage people real quick to observe the type of changes that are being promoted, because with everything that I said, to sum it up, the most important kind of change is inside. Letting yourself flow into a better and a higher state of being is what's going to get you far, and is what's going to be mirrored onto your reality and into your material world, which is the security and the home and the garden and the job and the vocation that you are striving for. Looking within is what's going to change the direction and the foundation of the energy in which you choose to move. I feel like right now we have so many changes going on that make us look forward to growth and to innovation and all these things. But at our core, so many people are discontent with themselves. Discontent and frustrated with ourselves, because we want to be doing more and we want to live for more and work for more. And you're deserving and you are worthy of it, but you just need to know yourself and ground yourself in who you are and the essence of your energy in order to really get there.